Hello, my name is Renuka, and today we're gonna make some card with this butterfly theme hero art kits, and I will use couple of different products also. How I create these backgrounds and other things in this card, you can watch my previous video, which will I'll link down in the description as well as the end of the video, or you can search on my channel. So here I'm making these card mostly for the teachers, and so I decided to stamp this. Thank you for teaching me to fly. I really like this sentiment. This is kind of all occasion thing. You can give it to your mother, you can give it to anyone who is kind of a mentoring you or who is really important, who teach you something in your life. So yeah, so after that I decided to put that in a window. This colorful background, stripe background is already easy to make, and it's really wonderful to highlight that particular sentiment in that. So yeah, I use that. And then so after this I'm just adding these butterflies. One we actually sprinkle colored, and other one is kind of value. And then for framing all this stuff, I just decided to put these card background on the black one. I just put the 1/4, less than 1/4 inch all around, so that it will frame up and that gonna stand up really nice. So this will make a little bit smaller than 5x7 cards, and I will use the envelope of 5x7, but I'm okay with that. And then you can double up the thing, or you can use any other dark cardstock which is kind of matching to it. So here I'm just putting all these backgrounds on the another matting effect and giving them little bit of framing. Sometimes I just go a little bit of off-white, so I just use my scissors to stick them all around. Now you can see that we have the A2 as well as the A5 card, so it is like little bit bigger in the height, but width it will okay kind of thing. And then these particular background we created with that sprinkle thing, and I used 3D embossing folder arches from the Spellbinders, and then I'm kind of putting that on the front of it. And these arches dies are also from Spellbinders. I'm just kind of matching them to hold the whole thing together. If you don't have this, you can use something else. And remember, if your 3D folder is having much dimension, that will not stick properly with the glue, then you have to use foam tape also to match the height of the 3D dimensions. And then I decided to stamp You Shine in between the pearl colored paper butterflies with them. I tear apart one of them while using that, but it's not a big deal, I can stick them together again. And that finished the card. Let's come back to the first one where we stamp. Why I'm going back and forth, because sometimes the ink is so wet that you're gonna ruin the card while putting all your stuff on it. So I just wait for that, and then that's why I'm going in back and forth in between card. I never edit my cards like that way, that one card is finished, another one. I always want to show the process. I think process is most important part, that how you do the stuff in a less time, or how you can do the stuff. So for the next one, I just drag it out two of these butterflies with those shimmery thing metallic cardstock, which is not communicate. I have this in my stash. This is from Michael's, I think, yeah, the paper collection. And then I just fuzzy cut out some of the butterflies. You can choose any combination here. And then I'm using the metallic gray as well as the dark blue color, and then I just want to pop all of them on the card. Now here is the thing, I'm choosing here a one butterfly background metallic pattern paper. You can use whatever you have. I thought that would be nice. Then I have one of these acetate sheets, so this time I buy this acetate sheet from Amazon, yeah, and these are like 12x12 acetate sheet. I use them while the Christmas for making another craft also, and then I have lots of leftover them, so I decided to use them here. So here we are making a full shaker card, and you can flip through it and make a window card also. I'm just cutting off the excess, and then So here's the thing, if you don't want the border of that silver thing, you can just go and grab your scissors and just cut out all those butterflies around and stick those on the full side shaker card. But in that way you have little bit you need little bit of frame to make it shaker, cause where you're gonna hide your foam tape. So you have to see that what you want to do here. I just making the simple shaker card. I'm just cutting off the excess. Here I'm using the Tim Holtz cutter. Sometimes I use this when I have to like sharp edges. I don't want to messing around. And then I just use the scrapbook.com small 1/4 foam tape all around it. So before that I'm making that hinge so that I can put that card. So you can see that you can create this kind of double folded card. You can write the message there and you can stamp it. I decided to put it plain at that moment, but yeah, you don't have to make everything shaker. You can use simply as a hinge of the card, and like you can open and then you can flip open, so you have two messages to write. But here as well we be making a shaker card. I put those foam tapes all around, nothing much complicated here. I'm just putting all of it together and then I'll put some of the glitter or sprinkler inside it. Now here's the trick, if you have more butterflies with you, I suggest that butterfly sprinkle with kit. I just twisted that foam tape as I want, just kind of that my shaker should not fall on the corners, because corner will not see through it and then you will lose your shaker thing. So I want to put the shakers inside exactly that window which is created by the butterflies, and then I'm just flip open that card, cutting excess. These sprinklers are from iridescent one with the spell binders, and then I just decided to add all those blue butterflies at last because I don't want to ruin them. And you can go ahead and add a different color ones also. You can go ahead and rainbow colors, choose your colors. Then I just decided that I should matching kind of thank you or hugs on it, and last you said I will end up the message hugs, but yeah, you can put any message there. And for the next one I just use the 5x7 card base, and then I put this framed work here, and then I'm kind of I want that making a kind of box or kind of coming the hinge in front of it. So I decided to use those two strips I have, and I choose the pink one because the pink is kind of matching with that butterflies. I'm just using the scrap paper which is the leftover, and then every 1/4 inch I just kind of score it on the scoreboard. That will be the easy way to do it. I use 2.5 inch thing here. The strip width is, you can go less or far depending on how much box box width you want. If you have the spellbinder ornament big die, you can get that box kind of effect with that die also, but if you don't have, still you can do it with this simple trick. And then I just add one of the score line there, and then I'm just folding everything, and then I will add another glue runner on the first of it. So here I want to use the acetate, so I want this acetate should be kind of sandwich in between those last two hinges. So I just mark with the pen and pencil whatever you have, and then I cut it out accordingly, and then I just grab again the same tape to secure it. Now you can see that I'm going back and forth just to see that how much I want and how it gonna look, and then I'm again reinforcing those score lines, and after that I'll just put the tape runner on it, and then I will glue all that stuff together. So this is kind of a box creating the shadow, although the box will be open on the front and the back. So if you want, you can put something hanging on the top. I just don't want to put too many things in the box, so I just put like that, but still it's gonna give you a 3D effect, and you can showcase the card and, like, on your desktop, or someone, whenever whoever gets that card. So after that, I will kind of seeing that it is standing it properly or not, how the weight gonna work, and then I gonna put all that card on the 5x7. But yes, I already told you that I need to trim that 5x7 card little bit. Here I'm not trimming anything before. First I see, then I mark with the pencil or a pen, and then I trim it out. So this is kind of a back and forth process, so don't ask me the exact the sizes, cause sometimes I don't work with the size, sometimes I go with, like, measuring and eyeballing the things. And then I have this lots of butterflies which I want to use here. Then I use again a double-sided tape. You don't have to, you can use a liquid glue also. And I will use the leftover paper from that arches and the blue and pink background we just created. And then on that I decided to put my butterflies. You don't have to do this, but you know what, I want little bit more space to put the glue for these butterflies. That's why I did that. You can use directly the hinge, you put your acetate, but it's kind of giving a more sturdy look and more kind of frame kind of look, and I have more space to put the butterfly. Now at this moment I'm putting my card base there. So this is the time before attaching that card base. If you want to add something inside, you can go ahead and stamp it, and then you attach to this box. And then I'm using these butterflies, which I already take it out from the pearlescent paper, and I'm kind of matching and seeing that pink and purple and white and green, which gonna look better first, and then I'm kind of putting them together. And this time I want to make sure that nothing is hanging on the background. I want to flush the bottom side so that the card can stand, and you can hang something on the upper side and both the sides also, left and right. But for the top and both the sides you can hang the things, but for the bottom you should not, because you need to stand that box on the any flat surface. So here I'm just putting the things and saying that how things gonna work for me. And here I'm just kind of creating a butterfly garden, you can say. And I'm just saying that which color I like the most and how I want to put them. And I'm just putting them back and forth and kind of feeling all the things. And then I thought this sentiment gonna really make the difference, that thank you for teaching me fly. By the way, all of these cards I will give to my son's teachers. And this is the another stamp image I show, that which I use the different dyes. So I just put those butterflies away, and I will work on the another card. We'll go back to that card also, but before that I'm just using this 3D embossing folder from the Spellbinders. You can use the alternate, you can use any folder you have. This is a very simple card, and then you can add only the butterflies on them. Just make sure that the texture of the paper and the things are gonna match together. Thank you and birthday cards, you always need them, so make some of them. And then and still I recommend to go ahead and watch my previous video, where I saw all of these ideas, that how we can use and how I create these butterflies and everything. I can't show everything in a one video because it's gonna be a very longer one. So I first show how I prep for it, what are the ideas you can do it, and in the next one I show what I did with that. So here I'm kind of putting the another card, so I just half fold the A2 card and make a score line so that it can stand like that. And then I'm just kind of using the again that butterfly window thing, and then I'm kind of seeing that how I want that it should look. Should I put it full or not? And every time I folded the card and I see that how it gonna look. So before putting all your things together with the fasten glue, I suggest you to do that. And then I'm just kind of putting this one stripe there so that that card couldn't stop there. And then I want the upper window should be like a floating or something, so I use this Celebrate die. It's kind of a hanging die. We have thank you, celebrate and hugs, and it's from, I think, Spellbinders, but you will get one of this kind thing with the lawn fawn also. And then I'm kind of putting another, the same pattern paper, the butterfly pattern paper we used before. And then now you can see that the celebrate kind of pop up and hang, but when we put down, it kind of flat on the card, so you can mail this out. At the same time, I'm just putting the glue on the only the last bottom half of the part, and then this card is not staying there with only that cardstock, so I decided to add a strip of the small foam tape, and I will add another card strip on that because it is double-sided foam tape and it is very handy to use, like, you know. And then I'm kind of searching that what I have already left over in my stash, but now it is going to stand there. And then I'm kind of planning to put my butterflies, that where should I put those butterflies on that, or should I use this same butterfly thing and I use the oval die cutout. And then I just decided to put this small scrap piece of acetate sheet. It is kind of transparent, and then I will stick my butterfly on that. So for this you can use a glue dot also, but if you are using the liquid glue, it's gonna take a little bit of time, so don't flatten your card, like have some time with that. And then I'm just kind of planning to put my bottom stuff there, and so that, you know, that card can hold there. So you need more of that, and you can write your all the message about that, so that if it is standing on the desk, nobody can see what's inside, or you can write the message behind the card also. And then this butterfly is kind of floating there, and then you can use the small butterflies also. You can use this same technique for anything like the flowers or birds also, so you don't have to have the same supplies I have. Just see what you have and create some kind of thing, like by inspiring. And then I'm just kind of adding more butterflies to add that celebrate thing, which is the leftover from that blue metallic paper from the last card. And I'm just adding little bit of that, so that it kind of, you know, hold together all the thing, that the name and the color coordination will go through it. So yeah, and then I have more stuff left over, so I can make more cards with that. This is a spring break, so I'm going out for the vacations, so I will not post any video in between, but yeah, after I come back, maybe I'll post some of the more videos if I'm able to make the time to make another cards series. But yeah, now you can see that gonna hold really nicely, and you can as many as butterflies, or how many butterflies you can pop them. If you are hand delivering the card, that is the best idea, but they can go flat also. And then this card is also done, like we are going back for to that card. So here, by creating this butterfly kind of garden, I want that something is missing, I want something to the grounded, so I just add the double-sided foam tape at the bottom of the card, and then I just add one of the like strips there with the paper. And then this is the lawn fawn grass, no, this is not lawn fawn, this is the MFT lawn fawn grass die, and I add some of those hearts and shapes and flowers from the lawn fawn. And this is kind of creating and grounding that thing, and after adding that thing, it looks so nice. So that all the heart shapes and the things, you can create the same butterfly thing with the heart shaped dies also, or the flowers also, to the stand-up box card. I hope you liked today's cards, and you got to do something, and you, like, you know, you got inspired. I love to read your comments, I love to read your suggestions. I'm trying really hard to make it possible, so please post them in the comment section. I will try to reply them as much as I can help. And for the next, until the next crafty video, have a crafty life and happy spring, guys. Bye bye, take care.